All right, so today is November 8th, 2021. Finished trading. Today I decided to trade slightly differently. I decided to take my time, hold back, not just focus on the first hour, try and look for a setup, and kind of be a bit patient. I wanted to not trade the first bar, but instead take time, try to control my FOMO, and focus on the setups. I took it was very challenging. As you can see, I traded BA four times. Went long, went short, went long, went short. And, first time I went long, then I went short. So went long first, and I went short. And then went short again, then went long. Had I controlled myself, I could have managed these losses better and possibly not even taking them. So this wasn't good. And I guess that's why I feel bad and saying we only have 178. It's not really the number, I guess, but it's things like this. Facebook, same thing. We only traded it once, but we went in with too much, and we did not scale in properly. So there are things to learn in how we traded today. AFRM, we're up actually. But we had a risk that was too high. We scalped it. Could have gone a bit more, but we took a scalp and we took it like we tried to treat it like a swing trade, and so there's something to learn there. Tesla too was the same thing. Only made $38, which is weird because we were up 200 and something. But again, took it like a swing trade, and then it pulled back and we got out because the risk was just too high. So I'm going to go through every single thing. This was my watch list today. It's interesting, right? Because there's no Tesla or Facebook in here. So we were bored and we're looking for a trade to take. And funnily enough, the other ones who we did not take actually had very nice price action. But we're going to talk through everything. So let's talk about the trades we took and talk about our plan for the rest and what we could have done differently and why we decided to trade the way we did. So I'm going to start off with, I think it was AFRM was the first one. Okay, we'll start off in chronological order. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this chart. I'm going to let's maximize this one, AFRM, and let's make this full screen. All right. Anyway, so this was something I was considering. It didn't really. So I changed the background because I thought, okay, let me try something different. The way things are looking, I'm not sure I'm convinced with this look yet, because I think whilst this is not as intimidating. I do like the clarity, but looking at the overall trend, I'm not sure I'm still convinced with this look. So I'm gonna play around with it. But anyway, so what happened now? So we had this breakout. I saw these two bull bars forming. So I decided to go long. And I think I went long as this bar was still forming. It wicked down. And I thought, okay, looks like we have some selling pressure. And if you see on the 1 minute, you will probably notice that on that one. So we had, we had a wick here. So that's 1, 2, and then 3. So, so we had this. We went up and got up here, and I thought, okay, great. And then we wicked down on the 5 minute, and I saw we formed this bar. Did not panic because I think we got in around here. Yeah, we got in around here. Then it started to rally up, but then I saw the way we were going, and I thought, okay, 1 pullback, 2 pullback, maybe 3. So we have a wedge, maybe. And I thought, we're probably gonna double top. This came down. I was kind of flicking between the 2 and the 1 minute. I saw this bar, and I think this is why I decided to exit, because I saw this double top. Then we went back up, could not break the highs, and then just sold off. So this, how could I have traded this differently? Well, for starters, this one always in long, right? So if we look at, there's so many things wrong with taking this trade in the first place because I had no plan. It's all-time highs, but I remember when I was recording and I said, I don't know if I'm comfortable with this. It looks like a buy climax. It's different if we were coming down, let's say something like this, and that was the first high, then you have a pullback and it. But this looked like a buy climax. You have three highs, and I just thought, maybe this is not a good trade. Let's see. And if it's a breakout, maybe we're going higher. But as you can see, we're printing a red bar on the daily chart right now. This is the 4-hour actually. Let's put this on the daily. Yeah, we're printing a red bar. So it doesn't look very, very convincing. Anyway, so I decided to get out. Whatever I was making, I just said, it doesn't matter, just take it. What I could have done and how I should have treated this not like a swing trade, but like a scalp. I find that with a scalp, you really should have an idea of how much you want to make with a scalp. And that's where I struggle. I think whenever I'm doing a scalp next time, I'm just going to put my order at maybe 100 or 200 and then take the money. But instead, I waited till we got to 200 something, and then it pulled back. And I think this is when I got out, and it was more than what was there. So I don't know. I'm still not very good at scalping, but as you can see, this double top formed a really good shorting opportunity. This is an opportunity to go short here. The risk is high though, because you see you're risking about 200 and. Yeah, about $2.46. No, you're risking $4.25. I mean, you could have possibly even made. Yeah, you could have made you made 2 to 1. Held all day. I don't know if I would have held, because I don't know. Holding this long is always an issue for me. 25 minutes, no, an hour and 25 minutes, and then seeing this reversal is very difficult. Very, very difficult, especially when you have all this coming, this buying. Chances are you're thinking we're going back up, but instead we reverse completely, and we have a trading range. But so this might be good for tomorrow. At least we have a good range now. But yeah, didn't really like this. So anyway, I'm glad I got out when I did. It wasn't on the plan to trade, so I was lucky with that one. Then I think I went on to BA after that, and then I bought calls, and this is where things started to get a bit weird. So on BA, just pull this maximum. I bought calls here, I believe, because we bounced off the moving average, but there was no trigger. So the first mistake was went long with no trigger. So where was that? That was at 895, 855. So that was about, on this bar. I remember buying it 855. So the bar hadn't yet finished. I bought calls just at the top. I remember saying to myself, you've gone in at the top of a potential range. This is big up, big down. Possibly we may retrace. Now, this is not a small bar. This is an actual wedge we're forming. So this is probably not a good trade. Maybe you should get out. And then we went up, and then we started to retrace. And at that point, I got out. And it's sad because I ended up losing $73 for a trade. For a trade I wasn't sure about. And you see, this is the thing. And I took the short, and I lost money afterwards. I then now went short. Where's BA? Yeah, and then now bought puts. And then lost money on that one too. Bought puts at, where are we now? At 10. Yeah, 10.01, and sold it at 10.10. So bought puts here. Okay, so this bar had printed. I think I bought them over here, and then we had this retracement, and that's when I decided to exit. And as you see, this retracement is just 50%, and I think I exited because I put in too much again. Because if you shouldn't be losing 73. Oh, how much was it? Oh no, I lost 11. Okay, it wasn't much. I got out because I lacked patience as well, and I could not be bothered. I was annoyed because I lost all that money here. Bad analysis, but that's trading. I took it because of this bounce of the moving average, but I should have just been patient. Let the day tell you what it wants to do. Anyway, took that, went short again, bought some contracts here. Noticed that my exit would have been here, so I bought some more, bought quite a bit. We got down here, and I think when this bar had printed or about here, I got out. I was actually frustrated. So that was the put that made me $90. Then I bought calls on top of this bar. It retraced and then came back. got out around here. I really wanted to get out here. There's VWAP over here, um, which I think I'm going to start putting back on my charts, because I'm thinking if I'm going to trade, I need to think about this properly, how I want to trade. Yeah, anyway, so I bought calls and held, and then we started to stall here, and then I got out because I just did not want to give anything back at to the market. And of course, it pulled back at VWAP, and it rallied and almost got to my target, which was over here, because I was hoping we'd make $200 in total. So my target was just about here, but as you can see, it pulled back there and then it carried on south. So that was that. That was BA. I decided to check why BA. What could I, if I had used the supply and demand method, and I think I'm gonna. It's always difficult because now I know too much with price action. I knew we were gonna retrace, only because if we take this is the last high, another high here somewhere. I don't know. I feel like this is a bull flag. I need to go have a look at the chart one more time. If I look at the higher time frame, let's see. No, it's a pullback. So 1 pullback, 2 pullback. So maybe we'll have a. I don't know. I really don't know. I know we're in the trading range now. So if we are in the trading range, this was something I should have charted, and I did not. I didn't analyze BA properly. Did not analyze it. I feel bad for that because looking at it now, this was not one I should have had confusion over. Yeah, I should not have had any confusion on this whatsoever. This was very, very, very straightforward looking at the higher time frame chart. Yeah, so this is a buy vacuum test of this. So generally we tend to do that. So 1 pullback, 2. Yeah, so this is just a pullback, and we may go sideways for a bit, maybe, before we go to the next high. A bit disappointed in myself that I did not trade this properly. Yeah, so BA was not the best trade today. All right, so after BA Boeing, we went to Tesla. Now, we decided to trade Tesla because we saw this big, massive gap down. So Tesla had gapped down massively from yesterday. It's been trading sideways and then this huge gap down. And the way I look at this is you have a sell climax here. So retracement, 1, 2, 3 pushes. So this is a sell. Or maybe 1, 2, 3, pull back, 1, 2, I don't know. But anyway, I decided that, okay, at the open, I considered taking this short. Then I thought, no, don't do that. Let's just wait, relax. Then I saw we bounced off this bottom. It was a double bottom. So this could have been a really good long, but the risk was just so high to just buy the top of this candle. You have $38. I wasn't ready to spend, and Tesla contracts are so expensive. So I thought, no, I'm not gonna risk, let's say 3 contracts to make nothing. So what, this is like $100 here would be what my risk would have been, only to get here, and then what, we're only making not that much, maybe about just 3 contracts with that, so maybe about $60. I don't know. Wasn't what I wanted. Again, good entry around here as well, but I didn't really want to trade this. But anyway, I took it long around here, got here, and exited around there. Didn't think we're going to break it, and then of course it breaks and then it reverses, and now it's going sideways. I just decided to take Tesla because I learned a lot about trading Tesla. I missed trading Tesla, but I just don't want to be that trader who is trading with too much. I want to trade with the right size in everything I'm doing. I saw this line, so I did question why this line was here. I could not understand, and I didn't have the time because when we were here, I could not think. I was like, I need to make a decision now. And the reason why we have that line is because this is the trend line, and I think it's a test of that trend line, I think. So anyway, so that was Tesla. Then I went back to BA. I've talked about BA. Then Facebook. Facebook would have been a good one. Yeah, Facebook would have been really good, but it just never really seemed to give me any real conviction about what it wanted to do today. I saw this channel, I charted this channel, and I thought, okay, we're in a trading range sideways, a broad bear channel. We should be going up here, but I had no confidence. I took it long here because I thought, and I did this based on without pre-market on. So I need to decide now, do I want pre-market or not? And I see we have a wedge, but I thought this was a spike. But then looking at this wick made me see things differently. And this is why I'm not sure whether I want this chart looking like this. Anyway, we had this spike. And then we started to sell off here. I thought, okay, fine, 3 pushes down. There's a nice wedge. And I went long. I completely forgot that we could have a double bottom. I didn't like what was happening here, and I jumped out of the trade because I thought if we get down here, I would go below my risk and we could sell off. So I decided to exit for a small loss of $60, and then of course this happens, and this would have been a really beautiful trade. I just did not size properly. Looking at this now, what is that? 0.63. Oh man, that would have been good. So that actually worked because I normally go for 2 to 1, and this actually got to my target, and I messed this up, really messed it up. So that's so that was Facebook. All in all today, and then so what did I want to trade today? So the 4 tickers I wanted to trade today were Net, GS, Spot, and what was the other one? BA. Right, so what happened? So I decided I wanted to trade GS because of how it traded on Friday. We had this wedge or this channel. We broke out, pulled back. There was demand in this area, and then of course we went back up, trading range. Now we're coming back down. Looks like we're forming a triangle. But I did not pull the trigger. Oh, come on. I did not pull the trigger. Let's put pre-market on. Yeah, I didn't pull the trigger on it. Okay, I'm going to turn this, remove that. And let's do it this way. And maybe, I'm not sure what this is. Maybe this is like this. But I decided not to pull the trigger only because I wasn't. I was like, oh, I've got to put my stop here or here. It's too far away. I saw we had a doji, big bull bar. I thought we're coming to this area of supply possibly. It might work, might not work. I saw a lot of tails, lots of wicks. It just looked like we were slow. I wasn't really feeling it. And just lots of wicks, barbed wire. Then we rejected it, pulled back. Yeah, we rejected it, pulled back, rejected. So it looked confusing. Then we had this double top. I didn't see this at this point. I left, and then look, we sold off. Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't. I didn't like the way the price action was, and I think this is not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just for me, I just don't have the experience. Like lots of overlapping bars, and it was something that I thought about. That this stock has the history. If you look in the past, there are quite a few overlapping bars at different points here and here. This is not going to be a great day to trade. So what if you have a day like that? We did. I mean, on Friday we had a real good analysis of the trade, but today we missed this double top. And I wonder if that has a lot to do with the fact that I was waiting for, I was looking at too many things. So I'm going to talk about what I plan to do moving forward. Net, I hesitated on. Early bull trend, small doji here, big bar, bull bar, came down, bull bar off the moving average. I remember saying this and I was like, I should probably just go long. We're in a bull trend. But I held back only because I thought we've sold off so strongly. We're probably pulling back slowly before we sell off again. Maybe this is not a good shot. But I did not even think about the fact that this could be a failed wedge. And I had a bias based on that. I considered buying up here with a stop down here because I was happy for that. Even if I made a small amount, at least I wasn't going to lose money or lose much because it's a high probability trade when you're buying up here. I thought, okay, do you want to screw it? I'm not interested in today because I would have spent what 14.12. Where are we now? I don't think I would have held this long. Yeah, it's not much. It's really not much. So yeah, I just decided to ignore this one. Spot. Oh wow, look at that. Head and shoulders bottom. I had this triangle. It looked like we were forming a triangle. We broke out. Trading range. I didn't like this price action. Yeah, I did not like this price action at all. Oh, it should have been here somewhere. I don't know where I'm taking this from. Maybe it's from here to here. I don't know. But anyway, I didn't like the price action here. The open, it looked very confusing. So obviously the day is going to be a trading range as well. As you can see, it is a trading range. But then, as you can see, there possibly was a setup. And you could have gone to test the open here. And looking at this is a strong set of buying. Buy climax, surprise, you can almost call it. Ensure that you have a second leg. So I missed that. The price action is there. It's just hard to read on certain stocks. So note to self, maybe I need to be very picky about the stocks I'm trading. This was not easy. This was not easy. Yeah, not easy. Then, so we talked about Boeing, talked about Net, talked about GS, talked about, but yeah. So these were the four I wanted to trade today. What I'm going to do moving forward is I'm going to find my supply and demand zones, and I'm going to chart them, and then I'm going to place my trades based on them. So, for instance, here, I think if I don't find a reasonable good zone, I'm not even going to consider it. So like this one, there isn't any real. Yeah, this one I don't really see the point. I mean, yeah, it's a double bottom, it's going up, but it was what I was looking for, 3 pushes down. And we did get it 1, 2, 3, double bottom. Now we're heading up. That was what I was waiting for, but yeah. So I'm gonna, in future, I'm just gonna plot the zones, and yeah, if it doesn't hit my criteria, I'll just move on without it. All right, that is the day. I'm going to let it go, and yeah, we're gonna try tomorrow. Wow, look at that buy climax. Okay, now this looks stupid. I think what it's important, like this was not charted here. Had I charted this, I would have stuck. That's the problem with supply and demand. You have a bias. I probably would have stuck to trading with it. So yeah, this was good for supply and demand. This too may have been okay, but this is, yeah, I need to have a bit more patience so I know how I can trade these moving forward, because yeah, this isn't on. Seeing this, knowing that this is straightforward, is difficult to, double bottom, wedge top, pull back, double bottom, nice bull bar. I still need to study my price action properly. That's really what this is about. So once I do get round to that, then I will try this again one more time. So I'm going to do it again tomorrow. All right.